Hi everybody, it's Holly and welcome back to Smile by Holly. Thank you for joining me today. I've got a super fun tutorial for a double shadow box card. Just such a cute little card. Look how fun it is when it opens up. You know, it's got all of that dimension in there. And I used some good size pop-ups. This was a cute metal letter that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I just filled it with pop-up glitter hearts. And then I popped up this I love you on a little doily, and oh, I just think it's so cute. What a fun little Valentine's card. Isn't that just so cute? Now you could also add like photos in here, and this would be a cute little photo frame. So that's another option, but let's go ahead and just get started. Now, I have made mine with a cute Valentine's theme, but this shadow box could actually work for anything, you know, a birthday, an anniversary, anything like that. So fun. Let's go ahead, grab your paper. What you will need is you will need 2 pieces of cardstock. Now, you can use designer paper. On mine, I actually used the designer double-sided paper so that the inside was, you know, a different little design. But today, I'm not actually going to be embellishing this. I just wanted to show you how to make the actual box. So I'm just going to use plain colored cardstock. Either one works. So 2 pieces that are 10 by 10. Then you're going to need one little scrap piece that is 1 by 6. This is going to be the outside of our spine right here, just right here. So just one piece that is 1 by 6. Now go ahead and bring your scoreboard in. Okay, so take your first piece. So with this being square, we are going to be scoring all 4 sides the same. Now, after we get done doing all 4 sides the same, we are going to do an additional score. But let's start out and just do all 4 sides. We'll just take it nice and slow and step by step. So on all 4 sides, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, at 1, at 1.5, and at 2. Okay? Flip your paper. Once again, all 4 sides. So 1/2 inch, 1, 1.5, and 2. I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other 2 sides. So how are you guys doing? You know, it's kind of nice, if I do say so myself, to have the holidays over. Now, don't get me wrong. I loved the holidays, had a wonderful holidays, but oh my gosh, it's so like rush, 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 busy, busy, busy. It's kind of nice to just kind of get things back to normal. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, just kind of getting back to the norm. Okay, so I've got all 4 sides scored the same. Now we are going to do 2 additional scores. And you just want to do them on opposite sides. So we'll start out on this side, then we'll flip our paper and do it on the opposite side. What you want to do is at 2.5, we're just going to go up to 2 boxes, okay? Just up 2 boxes, 1, 2. So it's a very tiny little score line. And then come on over to this side and just up 2 boxes to the second score line. I know, I apologize. It is so hard to see my score lines. So I will give you an up close in just a minute. Now let's flip our paper to the opposite side. Once again, just these 2 additional score lines. Just to the second box at 2.5, score up to the second line. Come on over here to the 7.5 inch line. Just go up 2 boxes and we are done with our scoring. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to my second piece of 10 by 10 cardstock. So our big papers are done. Now bring in your little 1 by 6 and we are just going to, on the 1 inch side, score it in half at 1/2 inch. Okay, bada boom, bada bang. So we're done with the scoring. Okay, so let's put our boxes together. Now you can kind of see that little tiny score line right there and there. That's where we're going to start. So take your first paper. what we're going to do, and I know, I apologize, it's hard to see these score lines. See if I can get it good. What we're going to do is we're going to cut up that little score line that is 2 boxes. You can see all of these are boxes. We're just going to cut up those 2 boxes. So I'm going to cut up that line. Okay, so it's up 2 squares. Now I'm going to cut diagonally across that box. Now I'm going to cut up straight, and then we are going to cut this section of boxes out. So I'm just going to cut that out. Okay, do you see that funny shape that it makes? So let's do it over here. Once again, we're going to cut up, let's see if I can get the light to show. We're going to cut up the score line, just those 2 little boxes, okay? We're going to cut diagonal across that box, and then we're going to cut up that last box, and then cut across. Okay, now does that make sense? Let's try it one more time on the other side. So we'll flip it around. Once again, you can see, I hope you can see, that's so hard, I apologize. But you can see the little score line that just goes up to the 2 boxes. So we're going to cut up that line to the 2 boxes. We're going to cut across that box diagonally. Well, there's not really a box, but we're just going to cut across diagonally. Then for our last box, we're going to cut up and then cut all of those boxes out. Okay, one more time. Okay, cut up those 2 little boxes, that score line. We're going to cut diagonally to the corner of that box. We're going to cut up just that 1 box, and then we're going to chop the rest of that off. Okay, so there is basically our template. Now, if you need to rewind it and watch it, go ahead and do that in hopes that you can see just exactly how to cut this template. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other one, get both of these folded and burnished, and we will assemble our box. Okay, so I've got both of my boxes cut, folded, and burnished. Now let's go ahead and I'll show you how we're going to make the box. So we're going to start out, we're going to kind of unfold all this, and we're going to start with the 2 longer sides. Now I've got this great way of making this to make sure that your box stays square. So let me show you how to do it. Open up all your pieces. This first bottom piece, we're going to fold up 2 score lines. So it's 2 score lines. We're going to add a little bit of glue on that first score line, and then we're going to fold it over 2 again, okay? So we folded it up 2, put glue on, and then folded it over. Now watch. Look at how that makes just the perfect square. So let's flip it over to the other long side. Once again, we're going to fold it up 2 score lines, okay? We'll add our glue onto that top score line, and once again, fold it over 2. Push that down real good, and then ba-boom, there is our second square. Isn't that simple? Now, the shorter sides we're going to do a little bit different. You only fold them over the first time, okay? So that's a tiny bit different, but as we're folding these sides, we want to be thinking that it's going to fold up and over these longer pieces. So as we do, it's going to fold up and think of going up and over. Does that make sense? Okay, but once again, we're not going to fold it twice. We're just going to fold up the 2 lines. And if this overhangs a little bit, see, it's kind of touching, just take a little bit off. It's not necessarily that we did it wrong. We're just taking out some of that bulk so it folds up a little bit better. Okay, so that's better. So you might need to do that, just kind of note. Okay, so once again, we've got everything unfolded. just fold it up twice and add your glue onto that top part. Now instead of folding it over twice, again, we're not going to do that. It's just going to fold over the once. So up and over these outer pieces right here. And then down. As you do it, it just kind of folds in on itself. It's like really, really cool. So see how good that makes that. Now let's try the other side. Once again, just fold it up two. Add your glue. And then just fold it up and over the top. Up and over the top of these two outer sides. I love how it does just kind of fold in. Okay, I've got hot glue strings everywhere. That's the only problem with hot glue, right? Okay, so there is our shadow box. Isn't that just so cool and so easy? I'm going to go ahead and make my second one, and then I'll show you how we're going to hook these together. Okay, there is our second one. Now go ahead and bring them both together, and let's bring in our spine. So there's our spine. We've got it nice and folded and burnished. Now the secret to making this work really well is to actually add these two together while your box is open. Okay, it really, really, really helps to put them together while it's open. So with the spine, with the point, see how that's like a little tent? So with the little point facing in toward your album, let's go ahead and add glue right onto the top of here. Right onto the top. And with the point facing in towards the inside of the album, lay that down. Now we're going to, while it's still open, we're going to add glue here and put this on while the whole thing is open. It's just going to make it so that it folds nice and good. So I'm going to add some glue onto the top of here. And put this on top. Just kind of push that down. I'll lay it down so you can kind of see. Once again, the shadow box is open as we're gluing this together. And let me show you how nice that makes it on the outside. So as we fold it, you've got that just super nice and straight outer spine that holds that together. So what do you think? Isn't that just a darling way to make a double shadow box? So let me bring in my finished project. Once again, here it is finished, and oh my gosh, I think that turned out so cute with the pattern paper. Now one thing, if you look close, my pattern paper is upside down, but I wanted the words right here to be the right side, I love you. So just note, if you're using a pattern paper, it may not always work. As hard as I tried, I couldn't get the words to be the right side here and for the outer part to be the right way. But you know what? It's okay. Totally okay. We can make anything work. But I think by adding that cute heart, a little saying, and that bow, just really makes that a cute album. So let's pop that open one more time. Once again, we've got the cute saying and then the metal little letter with those pop-up hearts. So fun, so cute. So thank you so much for joining me. It was great to have you here. You know, if you got some value out of this video, give me a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love, love, love to have you subscribe to my channel. So have a wonderful, crafty day, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye, everybody.